nominees in this category are MESPT, Jedida Wanyeki, Murang'a County Government.
Dr. Gibenji Gitahi will present the first runners-up in this category. I know jamaa kweli aliongea na ule Taylor wa rais.
Nilipata namba.
Alipata namba. So the president is a man of kusema na kutenda, ama kusikiza na kutenda.
All right, sights and sounds from the Devolution Warrior Awards, and Murang'a County was one of the recipients in the Kifaru category. So what exactly were you feted for, Governor?
Basically because of the various flagship programs that we have undertaken Murang'a for the last 1 year.
So we talked about two, which was the automation and the Kang'ata Care Program. What other ones do you have under that?
We have another one that is called community programs, or rather community projects. We believe that leadership is collegiate. Power should not be exercised in a unilateral manner. So on that basis, we engage our members of the county assembly into some discussions, what needs to be done in their respective wards. So we collectively come up with a list of programs, including renovation of our ECDs. We have renovated about 130 ECDs and build some new. In the next financial year, God willing, in this financial year, we should be doing 250. So that we ensure we uplift the standards of our ECDs almost to an academy level. And secondly, some do boreholes to ensure we continue giving more people water in Murang'a County. It is work in progress. We are not yet there, but we are doing our best to ensure we deliver on what we promise of the people of Murang'a. Number two, we have an agricultural subsidy program. Murang'a is divided into 3 ecological zones. We have the zone that's near the forest, T-zone, the middle belt of the coffee, and the semi-arid region of the lower Murang'a. So in the upper region, we give a subsidy for milk, which is geared towards ensuring that you support the common farmer. Let's say their input support, but you don't buy things for them. You give that support directly to the farmer. And also we have the lower region where we have started to commercialize mangoes. We entered into a partnership with 2 private companies where we aggregate mangoes and we take to them. Very soon we will introduce other value chain in that region, that is sorghum, and also sorghum and also road grass. The other area is in Smart City program.
Right.
This one is paving and tarmacking urban areas. Murang'a has about 7 constituencies. So we pick one main market, we do tarmac. Tarmac is very expensive and counties do not tarmac roads, but we decided if we could come with a program targeting specific certain markets, you will definitely help the people who also are in urban areas. So we did about 8 towns in the last financial year. We shall continue doing the same program in this financial year. We have already run one road at a place called Zabka in Kimarori-Wempa ward in Marago constituency. We shall tarmac that area of Zabka in Maragua, and definitely it will help the urbanites. The other program also is UJI program. We have 42,000 ECD learners in Murang'a County, and we all know the poverty that is impacting on our citizens. They can't afford to give a good meal to their little babies and children. So Murang'a decided to intervene on that in partnership with some entity called Food for Education, and we give every day a free UJI to all our 42,000 ECD learners. And I want to take this opportunity to thank my partner, that is Food for Education, my sister Wawera.
And you also have incentivized hospital visits for mothers. What does that look like, Governor?
Yes, it is called Maternal Support Program.
Okay.
The idea is that the Bible states that God knows us when we are still in our mother's womb. So based on that Christian edict, we decided let us also support the unborn babies. And we have been giving 1,000 to mothers on their 7th month of pregnancy once they come to our public hospitals, and also 2,000 if they agree to come and deliver in public hospitals. The intention is not to increase Murang'a population.
Some would think, but yeah.
Yes, definitely some people have criticized the program on that account. Yeah, of course, we appreciate, even in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, it states that God created man, and man was told, go and
be fruitful and multiply.
And multiply, but ensure you take care of that population. So that decision is left to the parent, as to the size of the family.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, Kenya and Murang'a has a high level of maternal mortality rate, yeah, and child mortality rate during childbirth. So to prevent that, you need to incentivize women to come and attend antenatal clinics and also postnatal clinics. That's where they'll get services like vaccination. Yeah. So based on that, we inquired, why is it that some mothers are not coming to public hospitals to seek these services? Yeah. They say it is because of lack of fare to reach various medical facilities. So we decided to come up with a program where we give them 1,000 during the registration and 2,000 on the date of delivery. I'm
curious, what's the uptake since you've initiated that program?
Yes, I can be able to look at my phone, and I think I've shown you. Yeah. It is automated. We pay using a mobile app, and I'm able to monitor. And so far, we have registered about 5,800 mothers. And the good thing with this system, we have also been able to uncover the rate of teenage pregnancies, because they also have to disclose their age, and it's something that as a country and as a county we need to do something to ensure that we reduce the number of teenage pregnancies. And our intention for those that we have discovered are teenage mothers, we shall consider taking them back to school, so that they don't lose out on the education.
Another question here is jobs. So one of your constituents, Monica, asks, kindly ask our governor what happened to the job he promised to offer to the youth 2 weeks ago, because I tried to apply for a medical clerk intern, but it has not gone through.
First, let me explain. There was a technical problem which has now been remedied. One can now apply for those jobs. But let me explain the rationale. These are not jobs per se. Murang'a County government cannot really be able to employ people. It's against the law. I've explained that we have already busted the ceiling. But there is a huge problem of unemployment in the country. So we thought, how do we intervene on that issue? So we are glad the County Assembly of Murang'a passed what we call Murang'a Youth Service Policy and Regulations, which now set out a framework on what we can help young people. So we divided young people into 2 cohorts. One cohort is what we call young people with skills. Those ones, we shall give them an internship for a period of 1 year. They come, they learn with us, they gain skills, we pay them a small stipend, and then based on that, we release them to the job market. Then we give that opportunity to other young people. In the meantime, they will have offered services to various sectors where there are gaps. For instance, nurses, ECD teachers, such. The secondly cohort is the so-called unskilled labor. We will be employing young people to clean our urban areas. That is about 1,050 young people per semester. They clean our urban areas. We give them 400 Kenya shillings per day. 100 shillings goes to the parent for free. Because we also want to bring families together. And then 300 go to the young person. Then after 2 months, we take them to our vocational training institutions. They get a vocational skill like carpentry, plumbing, painting, such. Then after 1 month of study, we pay the examination at NITA, and then we give them 15,000 at seed capital so that they can go and establish their own businesses.
we can't finish this conversation, Governor, without talking about the issue of graft. Of course, today we saw the EACC giving all governors 2 months to establish internal audit units. What do you make of that issue of runaway graft, if you call it that? We saw the president saying that during the devolution conference. What's happening in your county, for instance, in dealing with graft?
I think graft is a complex issue, both legal and moral. Of course, we'll continue discussing that issue to tell our employees the reason why graft is not something good. Like today, we had a YouTube meeting with all the 5,000 county employees, and we were teaching them about the core values of employees of Murang'a County: honesty, openness, consultation. We hope that conversation of teaching them about the core values of being a county employee in Murang'a will help to a certain extent address the issue of graft. Secondly, we believe that we trust systems as opposed to human beings, and that explains why we are putting a lot of emphasis on automation, so that we depersonalize government. Of course, now Murang'a is now a large institution. Remember, we now have water companies that were not originally in the counties that have now come back to the counties. Although I also want to take this opportunity to clarify that Murang'a has 5 water companies. Only 4 have joined Murang'a County government. 1 company remains under the national government, that is Murang'a South Water and Sanitation Company that provides water in Kandara, Marago and Kegumo. It is still a national government entity. It's not a county government entity. Be that as it may, so all those employees now, for us, we really want to gear them towards automation so that we depersonalize government, and also to teach them the mission of Murang'a County government, and also the importance of key values, which every employee should be guided by those values.
And I must ask, has such initiatives actually worked? Because back in 2016, there was an EACC report that ranked Murang'a the most corrupt. And this was based on the fact that a lot of people who came for county services had to part with a bribe. Have you seen some of the measures you put in place making a difference in that culture?
There is a Kikuyu saying that he who talks about himself talks good. I think the best person to assess that should be an independent entity, not us.
Right.
As to whether there is still corruption in Murang'a services. But I guess from where I see it, things have changed. I think the Murang'a County government that we have is a little bit better. The employees of Murang'a County government are very hardworking. They are people with a lot of energy. I have always told the Murang'a people that if they have built very strong private institutions in this republic, Murang'a people have built banks, they have built media organizations, they have built major businesses in this country. Why is it that we cannot build a good government in Murang'a? I believe that the same energy our forefathers have applied to build very good institutions that are in the private sector, we should embody that spirit and build a very good public institution called Murang'a County Government.
All right, and speaking of which, let's take you back to those Devolution Warrior Awards really quickly as we wrap up this session with Murang'a County Governor Irungu Kang'ata. Let's take a look at that.
Congratulations, congratulations, Murang'a County. Aya, Tosha. Thank you.
The nominees in this category are MESPT, Jedida Wanyeki, Murang'a County Government.
Dr. Gibenji Gitahi will present the first runners-up in this category. I know jamaa kweli aliongea na ule Taylor wa rais.
Nilipata namba.
Alipata namba. So the president is a man of kusema na kutenda, ama kusikiza na kutenda.
And the first runners-up for the Kifaru Award, Murang'a County. Congratulations.
Murang'a County led by their governor, Governor Dr. Barua. Congratulations, Murang'a County. Congratulations. First runners-up in the Kifaru category. Well done, well done, well done, Murang'a. Na ni wengi. Yeah. Congratulations, Murang'a County. Aya.
All right, and that does it for our time with Murang'a County Governor Irungu Kang'ata. Thank you so much for coming in. All the best. Of course, we'll be monitoring and telling stories about all the work that you're doing in your county. On that note, let's take a short break here on Citizen Weekend. Sports news is up next.